spring has officially arrived, so why not add some new goals to complete the season?
Our inspirational queen, Chardelle Moore, founder of Motivational Moore, joins us today to share her wisdom on developing a growth mindset. Thanks for being here.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Such a nice pleasure seeing you guys, and I love the colors.
Look,
You as well.
Right
Look at
in.
this
We
energy.
are Powerpuff Girl
There we
energy.
go.
Yes.
I love having you here. Thanks so much for
Thank
coming.
you. I'm excited.
So what is a growth mindset and how can it help us achieve our goals?
Okay, so growth mindset is basically the ability, it's a belief system through hard work, dedication, and consistency, you can achieve your goals. Now, the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset is people who believe in a fixed mindset believe that your goals or your capabilities, your talents are innate. So, for example, let's say that you want to become a better runner.
Yeah.
Somebody with a growth mindset is going to say, hey, I'm going to dedicate time every week to practice my running. Somebody with a fixed mindset is going to say, you know what, running is not my thing. I was born like that. I can't run. That's somebody else's thing.
Wow,
So
I
you see the
love
difference?
that.
Yeah.
The vocabulary, I didn't even know that was a thing. That is
Yeah.
totally
I
a
know.
concept I've been aware of.
Yeah.
Because
Like
I know
nature
people.
versus nurture.
Yeah, I know people on both sides. Well, I'm on the growth side.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like,
If you have a goal through hard
Let's
work,
do it,
let's
yeah.
do it. Other people say, no, I can't do it. I wasn't born that way. And the crazy thing is we have a little bit of a growth mindset in us as well as a fixed mindset. So we have to
Yes.
decide which mindset we're going to use when it comes to our overall life.
So,
Huge.
what mindset is it? I know sometimes, for myself, sometimes I push myself really hard. I'm like, I'm going to get this done in the next 5 days. But I've also heard that it takes 21 days to create a new habit, break an old habit. Is that the growth mindset of pacing yourself?
See, you're absolutely right. But one thing about the growth mindset is that you have to realize the importance of journeying through grace. See, a lot of times we want things to happen overnight, and it can't happen overnight.
Yeah.
So understanding that your journey is your own journey, breaking your goals into small goals, and taking time with the process, and allow yourself to learn and make the most out of the experience, not just, it's got to happen overnight.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't exist. Perfectionism is a false concept. It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why we're not where we want to be because we have these unrealistic goals and expectations that are completely futile.
well,
Yes.
and anybody out, can we keep people out there accountable? How are those New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah.
We're in March. This is about the
Yes,
time.
real talk.
But spring is a season of new beginnings, right?
it.
So what advice do you have for somebody that does want to try something new or get back on with what their New Year's resolution was? Or,
Yes.
I mean, what advice would you have?
I would say journeying through grace, as I mentioned before, and also practice kindness through your process. Allow yourself to be a student. Embrace the opportunity of expansion and truly growing. And when you have that type of mindset, you realize like, okay, you know what? No matter what my goal is, I can make the most out of it, and I'm not going to be too hard on myself. So embrace it. Life is all about an experience, and you're the person who is making it happen.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that. We talked so many times about who you're surrounding yourself with being so important. What other techniques outside of showing yourself grace, giving yourself the growth process, what other techniques could people use today starting to get to towards their goals?
Be your biggest cheerleader.
Ooh.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
We all have goals, we all have dreams and have aspirations that we want to do. But if you're looking for something external to really validate you, it's not going to work. So once you develop that self-love and that accountability with yourself and encourage yourself, the sky is the limit. You have to be your biggest fan when it comes to your goals. That's definitely a growth mindset way of thinking.
If not you, who?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm totally guilty of that. Kind of just wanting, well, I'm a words of affirmation person, right? Because we've all got these different love languages.
Yes.
I love the nice words. But if I don't get them, like I need to
makes
tell
you feel a
myself
certain
the
way.
words. And and you can't live on what somebody else says. And I haven't. Like there's been people that said, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Well, here I am, and I did it. So,
Come on, Queen.
hello.
Hello.
But, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So what's something that you say to yourself, both of you ladies, like when you're trying to motivate or inspire yourself? What's those words that you say?
Every time you ask us this question, I get in
you know
trouble.
what,
I get in trouble because I get too real. Go for it.
Yeah, I remember
I
the last
love
time.
your last response.
Yeah,
We won't repeat it.
I
do
was
you
there.
motivate
There is
yourself?
something that I have always talked about with my husband. I think this is answering the question, but something I always say is I always want to grow and change for the better. Because
love
I
that.
know so many people, especially people that get a little bit older, and they're like, well, this is just how I am. Like, this is just, you have to deal with it. And it's like, no. Like, I believe, and what I always say is like, no, like I'm here for the change. Like, I'm here to grow. In 10 years from now, I'm gonna be a much better version of myself than I am now.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm always telling the mirror, you are more than enough.
Ooh.
Because I know, it's like you said, so many times, especially in this field, they're like, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do all these things. You should just go into this and go into that. And I'm like, no, sis, you're more than enough.
Exactly.
And doors will open up for you, and what's for you is for you.
Yes.
So I always try to tell myself, what is for me is for me, and
Always.
if doors shut, another door will open. I know that sounds very basic, or it sounds like something like, your mom tells you as a kid, but
it's so true.
I'm learning it to be true.
Yeah.
And Charisse, you touched on that about a growth mindset. Sometimes when we're trying to develop a growth mindset, we have to look at things that we have done in the past that was challenges, or people thought, oh, you couldn't do that, and we were able to do it. That's a growth mindset, realizing that you have a goal and working towards it, and not allowing outside forces to stop you from thriving to your fullest capabilities.
Yes.
So important.
Love it, ladies.
So
Love
important. As always, how can people follow you so they can stay
Yes.
motivated every day, outside of Monday, every single day?
On social media and my website at ChardelleMoore.com. So always appreciate it. And it's spring, so let's get these goals.
Let's do
Yes.
it. Let's do
Yes.
it. Chardelle, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Thank you.